let's see here. Owen, Noah, Lindsay, Mike, Amy, Sammy, and yeah, let's put in Dwayne Jr., even though he's a spin-off character. Greetings, Blanelys and McLeans. This is Mad Hatter Patrick. And I bet you guys are wondering what am I doing exactly. Well, I'm making a list of the contestants that I want to bring back for the next Total Drama season. Case in point, the All-Star season. Usually on reality game shows, All-Star seasons are usually the highlights of the series, bringing all contestants from previous seasons to compete against newer contestants from other seasons. In fact, a lot of your favorite reality game shows have done so many times, like Survivor, The Amazing Race, even Big Brother bringing in some All-Star contestants no matter if it's an All-Star season or not. So it makes a lot of sense for Fresh TV and Cake Entertainment to jump the bandwagon and finally make a Total Drama All-Star season. And around 2013 and 2014, they did. Out of all the seasons of Total Drama, Season 5 has been considered by many Total Drama fans as the worst season ever. I know that's hard to believe and you can't say no to an awesome series, but just because there is a great franchise doesn't mean it's flawless. There has to be something that keeps it away from being perfect. For example, with every Steven Universe, there's a Ronaldo. With every My Little Pony, there's a Showstoppers. And with every Deadpool, there's an X-Men Origins Wolverine. But outside of that, people remember Season 5 having an all-star cast from both Revenge of the Island and the originals. But is it as bad as everyone says it is? Well, let's find out. Welcome to another episode of the Wonder Reviews. Get ready for pain and betrayal. This is Total Drama All-Stars. When the season opened up, it brings us something we were expecting for an All-Star season. Characters from Revenge of the Island and World Tour competing against each other for $1 million. They start forming allies and enemies that bring in a lot of unique conflicts. They're even split into teams as heroes versus villains like on Survivor. But when Mike gets hit on the head, awakening a new personality from his brain, and when the evil persona gains full control of his body in the episode no one expects the Spanish opposition, that's when the show suddenly goes down the slippery slope. The thing is that this is not about the All-Stars, nor the game. It's about Mike having an evil personality and is trying to gain control of his mind, leaving Mike lost and confused. Then it goes through the doppelganger story where the malevolent one impersonates Mike and everyone says he's still Mike or he's not what he seems. Yada yada yada. This plot makes the overall season extremely predictable from beginning to end. I mean, the first season had a predictable winner, but we love watching it because of the interaction between the characters and the competition that's satirizing reality shows. It was great by being its own thing. This, on the other hand, is hastily written. It's like if the writers were reading someone's fanfiction and decided to adapt it into a new season. They focused on this side plot so much, they forgot to focus on the rest of the cast. About 80% of this season only focuses on the new cast and 20% on the original cast, where Gwen tries to make amends with Courtney ever since the event from World Tour. But since it's all about Mike, you can guess who will go far into the game. Even the finale, the biggest showdown the show was building up to, ended up poorly executed and just plain wrong. We wanted to see an All-Star season, but we never asked for either a new personality for Mike or a doppelganger story. Since the writer decided to focus only on Mike, they forgot to give in some sort of development with the other characters. In fact, they got a great cast to bring back for an All-Star season. Except for Sam. Was he really a fan favorite? Do we really want him back? I could see Brick, Owen, or Dawn demanding more competition. Well, whatever the reason, he sucks at this game. But even though the rest of the cast are good enough to compete in another season, there's nothing new from them. Zoe's more athletic, but she's also gullible about Mike's true identity. Heather and Alejandro are trying to get rid of each other, but we already did this in World Tour. The only character from World Tour that does go through some development is Sierra. With her being far away from Cody, she now loses her mind and starts falling for Cameron as Cody 2.0. The only character from the original cast that I admittedly like is Gwen, when she's trying to make friends with Courtney again because of what happened in World Tour. And on All-Stars, you really feel for her. I never considered her as the new Heather. I never saw her as a villain because of that one incident. I don't want Chris going all out calling her pure evil. I like Gwen, but I don't like Courtney, to be very honest. I'm gonna say this right now. There is no point on making her a heroic hamster. In my total drama standard, she doesn't do anything heroic. She doesn't help people. She's not loyal. Winning that lawsuit from season 2 did not make her a hero. She just turned into a spoiled brat. And there's a few times she acts like that. The show tries to make her interesting when she suddenly had feeling for Scott. And also, to be honest, I don't care about this relationship. They do not share a unique chemistry as Courtney did with Duncan. And Scott is now being passed on as a punching bag instead of a saboteur. Finally, you got the main villain of the entire season, Mal, Mike's evil personality. As much as I rant about how much this side plot is bad, he could have been a great villain. In fact, he's considered the ultimate villain in total drama history. He has a great backstory that ties into the franchise, and he's both fierce and terrifying at the same time. He's like a combination between a spider and a scorpion trying to sting you really badly.
Perfect.
The problem is not the character, it's the execution. This guy keeps on having the spotlight all to himself. He even has more screen time than the real Mike, which is a major problem. Because of this, the audience wouldn't really root much for Mike. Not even me, even though he's my favorite character from last season. The worst case about this villain is that the other personalities like Svetlana, Chester, and the rest don't really appear a lot as they should. And with me talking about Mal, the characters don't offer a lot which they were supposed to. Okay, so after all my complaints about the premise and characters, is there anything good in the animation? Well, obviously yes, because it is still total drama. The designs and animation on the characters are still good, especially when they start competing in life-threatening challenges. There's a lot of running and fighting, and the character animation really helps a lot. And yes, the challenges are still the best parts of the series. It is really clever to make these challenges an homage to the previous ones, but add in some elements. The cliff diving challenge is back, but now they had to find the key to the hotel. The obstacle course from True for Laser Shark is back, but now they had to eat pancakes. The night scavenger hunt is also back, but now there's a blue harvest moon, and that challenge I thought was pretty cool. Some of the other challenges like the boat race, the ice cream challenge, and the finale are also creative. I will say one of the downsides with the animation is that the island is now back to being an ordinary island since they got rid of all the toxic waste. If you look back at some of the other seasons, they bring us to new places that we've never seen before, like an abandoned film lodge, some foreign countries like Egypt or Japan, and Season 4 had great animation with some of the mutants. And here, there isn't a lot of new places, except for the hotel, which looks like a 5-star resort, and there are some good animation inside Mike's subconscious. I wouldn't say it's great animation like in World Tour or Revenge of the Island. It's just good. So after everything I talked about, I'm gonna say this season is meh. Total Drama All-Star is not the worst thing I've ever seen, but it isn't all that good either. It has some good animation, and it is nice to see the old cast interacting with the new ones, but because the show wants to focus on Mike and Mal, the overall season feels rushed, and some characters are just underdeveloped. My only recommendation is if you really are a Total Drama fan, it's fine to watch it again. You just got to accept it for what it is. But if you're looking for a reality game show centering on an all-star cast, this is not for you. But if you really need that fix of a Total Drama All-Stars, I say watch seasons 2 and 3 again, as well as The Redonkulous Race. I know this review is just all over the place. I wouldn't say this season is one of the worst things on Cartoon Network like Teen Titans Go, the live-action series, or some of those other crappy reboots. It just doesn't hold up as a Total Drama season. Now, if you'll excuse me, I think it's time for Season 5 to reset itself. Thank you for watching my video. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe me to share your thoughts. And stay tuned every week for a new review and other project. See you soon.